was telling a story a few days ago about how 4 years ago I caught my ex-husband and ex-best friend having an affair, and this is everything you want to know about the best friend. After I caught my ex-husband and ex-best friend having an affair, I approached him about it moments after I caught them, and then I confronted her about it 2 or 3 days later. I went over to her house and I was like, hey, I need to talk to you about something, and I had actually written out everything I wanted to say in my phone, and I ended up just reading it to her because I wanted to make sure I could get everything that I wanted to say across. Her response was, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. I love my husband so much. I can't believe I would ever do anything like that to him, which was a total lie. I ended up staying friends with her for 3 months because I was just literally so traumatized, and she was one of the closest people I had in my life. I didn't have any support from my now ex-husband's family when it came to helping me with the kids. He was gone at work all the time, and my family lived an hour away, and my mom definitely did her best and would come to town as often as she could, but there's nothing like having someone in the same town as you. I had 2 sister-in-laws at the time and 2 brother-in-laws, and they didn't really help with much either. So anyway, that's why I was so attached to this best friend. So I stayed friends with her for 3 months, and then I finally had a friend pull my head out of water when I started telling people what happened, and they were like, oh my god, how are you still friends with her? And that's when I saw the light of day, and I ended that friendship. I also finally started warning people who were mutual friends, saying, hey, watch out, this girl is gonna get your husband. And I told a handful of people, and they literally, their response was, oh yeah, you didn't know she cheats on her husband as a hobby? I had friends who knew that she cheated on her husband regularly, and they didn't tell me. Let's just say they weren't my friends for very long after that either. I ended up never telling her husband about what happened because I was honestly just really afraid that she was going to say that she had been sexually assaulted by my ex-husband, and I just didn't trust her after she decided to go behind my back and cheat. I didn't trust that she wasn't gonna make up some insane story. About 9 months ago, I actually heard from her now ex-husband, and we talked about everything. He finally had found out that we were had gotten divorced, and that was when he realized that things were probably much different than the story he had been told. And then the ex-best friend actually cheated on her husband and got knocked up and is now a single mom of 3. And I recently was DM'd by someone from our same town telling me about another woman who she was messing around with her husband, and I literally was like, I don't care, but thanks for letting me know. I guess I'll talk about it on TikTok.